My name is Christopher Robinson. I'm 18 years old. I just graduated from Athens in June. People go through good and bad things, so I'm going to start off with the bad, lead up to the good. Okay. So, let's start at. I was born in Philadelphia in 1994, and we moved from up there in about 2000. And coming to North Carolina, everything was okay, and then it got really, really tough, being as we had no family down here. All the family was back in Philadelphia. So getting down here, everything was fine, and then my older sister, she ended up getting cancer, and it was a really tough struggle for us going through elementary school together, because she was a year older than me. We practically looked just alike, so always knew us to be together. And but she died in when I was in 6th grade, and that was probably the toughest thing I've ever had to go through, was her dying of cancer. And she had a rare cancer. Like, when she had it, let's see, there was her, there was somebody in China, and like one other person in the world who had cancer. So they knew nothing of it. And so yeah, that was really tough. And after that happened, then we lived in Staley. It's a little town, like middle of nowhere. We moved to Greensboro, and living up there, it was, everything was okay. Then the bad came again. My great grandmother, who I love dearly, she died from cancer too. Like right within two and a half years after my sister passed away, my grandma passed away, and within that window, my aunt passed, and oh man, that's ridiculous. And after my great grandmother passed, that was around 8th grade, and high school started, and I was really nervous about going into high school, not having my sister or my grandma around. It was just me, my aunt, my mom, both my younger brothers and my younger sister. And going into high school, everything was okay. Freshman year, I was playing football. I was enjoying life. It was really fun. Then the second semester came, and we got into a domestic violence situation with my mom and this guy named named Kwame. There was a domestic violence situation with that, so we left Greensboro and we went to Winston-Salem. And in Winston-Salem, it was okay, but he found us somehow in Winston-Salem. And then so we fled from Winston-Salem, and then we went to High Point. We stayed in a shelter. We stayed there for the summer, and then we left there and we went to Staley, back to Staley. And I stayed in Staley through my sophomore year in high school, and everything was okay then. Then the bad came around once again by the end of the year. We ended up leaving Staley because of foreclosure on the house, and it was hard to pay the bills, and it's hard to get things done. And so we left Staley, and then we came up here to Raleigh, which is, we moved up here with my aunt after she had got out of prison. Coming up here, it was amazing. I didn't know a better city. Philadelphia is like the best city in the world, but I didn't know a better city living in Raleigh. And we came up here, and I loved it. It was a lot of fun. And then, once again, the bad came around. My sister my sister got into some, I don't know what happened. She was out hanging out with some friends or whatever, and gang violence came around. And so, like, one of the top guys in the gang or whatever, something that he was like a rape charge is on him, that's on my sister. So right now it's a whole bunch of crazy things going on about gang violence around my family. Well, not really centered toward me, but to my mom and my sister and both of my younger brothers. There was like death threats going on, and it was really ridiculous of the situation. And so things started dying down a little bit, and they just recently got built back up because my sister was walking to the store, and on her walking to the store, like some girls that live in the neighborhood by us, they ran out and tried to jump on her and my grandma as they were walking. There's 3 girls that are anywhere from 14 to 21 years old, and they all tried to jump on my grandma, my sister, and my younger brother, who's 5. They tried to get all of them as they're walking home from the store. And so I'm saying that is because I have all this stuff going on, all this is really, really tough. But needless to say, I graduated from high school with a 3.28 GPA. I played football all 4 years. Well, no, I played football 3 years, freshman, junior and senior year. I ran track all 4 years, so I always found something positive to do. I currently hold the record at my high school for the longest kick return at the school of 92 yards. Wow. the school. Our 4x1, we won the conference. We won that. I'm a part of that team. I was third leg. And the 4x2, we went to regionals, and I was a part of that team. So, and plus we won the JAG invite, so I'm part of this. I like kind of started a legacy at the school. We have like this big trophy that they never won. It's at the school.
Wow.
And I am going to college in the. I'm supposed to leave tomorrow, but I'm actually leaving on Friday. I do get to go to college, and I get to live my dream of playing football in college. So just put that out there. I'm going to school in Massachusetts. It's a stretch. It's really far, but I kind of want to start something of my own and get myself started. You know, I've been living with my mom single mother for 18 years. It's been tough. Well, I take that back. It's not single mother because I have my grandma and my mom and my aunt, so she wasn't single. She by herself. But, you know, we had help. But I am going to college. Let's see. I get to play football. I'm in Massachusetts. I'm 16 hours away. I'm focused throughout everything going on. I always kept my head on right, and I keep myself in good situations like Step-Up, like being in the rural program. I was in Step-Up last year, but I was actually in it. My mom was in the program. I was with the younger kids and everything down there. I was the oldest one in the program, so I kind of helped like mentor the other kids and help them whenever I could, and also help Miss Cece by she's really busy woman. So I try and help her by helping try and keep things under control with them. I really want to end it with Step Up is a really good program. Like I've never known that before from my aunt. But Step Up is really good, and when I first got here, I kind of didn't like it. I was the oldest person. I was like, I really want to be here. I want to go to track practice. I want to hang out with my friends. When it got to the point where I was rushing home on Tuesdays because I had football workouts instead of track practice, and I would rush home on Tuesday activity bus. I would yell at the bus driver every day to get to my stop on time because I had 15 minutes from when I got dropped off to be here. So I used to fuss at him, and I used to get off the bus at the stop before I was supposed to and run to the house and then change and wash up and change. That gave me a good 20 minutes to get here to make sure I was here because I really like coming here after a while. And now I'm still sticking to it. And throughout me going to school, when I come home in the summers or whenever I'm here, I'm gonna come visit and say, talk to everybody. And I hope that everybody would like to talk to me and hear from me and see how I'm doing because I have, I can say I've been through some tough things, and everybody has their own story. But me being 18 years old, getting through it, anybody can get through it. And Step Up is where you can come here to get help, and they'll be willing to help you. Like they're helping me. They're giving me a Step Up scholarship to go to school. So I'm going kind of up here rambling a little bit, so I'm going to end it because I have to go. We have to do some little mock interviews over there. I'm going to end it with, take it from an 18-year-old person. Stay focused, and whatever you want out of life, you can get it no matter how old you are, because my grandma is in the process of trying to start her life around, and so is her boyfriend. He just got out, and they're both trying to start their life around, and they're coming to Step Up or trying to get as much help from Step Up as they can. So keep Step Up with you and stay focused, and I promise you can get where you can get, because I'm doing it, so you can do it.
I had the honor to go to dinner with him and Cece one Tuesday night. We left here, and Cece and I, we have this ritual where we debrief after a Tuesday night. And he was with us that night, and we sat and we had dinner, and he began to talk about his life, and he began to talk about the way that he was pursuing his life. And Cece, I have to say that you're doing a wonderful job with leadership for the children that we have in our program. But this young man sat and told me all of the things that he had been through and how he encourages his mother, he encourages his sister, his brother to move forward in spite of everything that you have coming upon you. And when I listened to that, I thought about all of us here, and I thought about how sometimes as adults, we kick and scream about the little things that happen to us. And here we have a little 18-year-old who says, it's not going to get me down. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to pursue my dreams no matter what. So for that, Christopher, I say you don't have to flee anymore. Because what we heard is that you fled from city to city to city until you got to a place where you say, I'm not running anymore, I'm going forward. So we are so proud of you, and I will ask that you all stand up and give this gift a standing Step-Up, Miss Teresa is his aunt, and she's responsible by the grace